Mapanood ang Aliw 23 Signal Channel 23. Malinaw, maliwanag, balita, impormasyon at mga programang ginawa para sa Pinoy. Saan man sa Pinas. Ang Aliw 23 ng Aliw Broadcasting Corporation ay nasa TV mo na. Kahit nasaan ka pa, tuloy ang pagbabalita ng tama. Tuloy ang paglilingkod ng tama. Uy, 23 na yan! Pagsapit ng alas 12 bago ka mag-lunch o kaya nagla-lunch ka, dagdagan pa ang mga alam mo para hindi ka naman huli sa balita. Live sa DWIZ Manila at sa lahat ng DWIZ News FM sa buong Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. At mapapanood ng live sa Aliw 23 Free TV at sa lahat ng digital channel ng DWIZ. Ang Balitang Bayan. Mga balitang nangyari lang at kasalukuyang nangyayari. Balitang Bayan. Kasama ang opisyal na tagagising ng bayan, si Drew Nasino. Di ka aantukin kapag nalaman mo na ang latest sa Balitang Bayan. Sa patuloy na pagbabalita ng tama at paglilingkod ng tama. Balitang Bayan. Araw-araw, 12 noon. Dahil ang balita hindi tumitigil. Dahil ang balita tuloy-tuloy na nangyayari. Dapat alam mo ang latest kahit ang mga taong nasa likod ng balita. Kaya makibalita kay Senyor Balita. Araw-araw, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, kasama si Ray Pacheco. Live na mapapakinggan sa DWIZ. Panoorin ang live sa Aliw 23 at naka-live din sa DWIZ Facebook, YouTube at DWIZ News website. Kaya mga senyorito at mga senyorita, mga senyor, mga senyora, makibalita na kay Senyor Balita. Monday to Friday, alas 3 ng hapon. Bahagi pa rin ng DWIZ News Hapon Highlights. Nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. Nagpapalaganap ng tamang balita at tamang paglilingkod sa Metro and Mega Manila at buong bansa. Ito ang News and Information Station ng Aliw Broadcasting Corporation. Ito po ang DWIZ. Nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. Ngayong Pasko hanggang 2025. Isang pagpupugay, pasasalamat at pagsisikap ang pangako na aming bibitiwan sa lahat ng aming natanggap na pagpapala. Pagpupugay sa lahat ng nagbigay ng pagkilala sa Aliw Broadcasting Corporation mula sa Philippine Outstanding Brand of the Year, Philippine Finest Business Awards and Outstanding Achievement, Asia Pacific Luminaire Awards, Southeast Asian Premier Business and Achiever Award. Sa aming mga natanggap, 4-time Best AM Station Awardee, DWIZ 882, 4-time Best Radio Newscaster Awardee, Dennis Antenor Jr., 3-time Best FM Station Awardee, Home Radio 97.9, 2-time Most Promising TV Station Awardee, Aliw Channel 23, at Best Public Service Radio Host Awardee, Bragi Braganza. Pangakong itutuloy ang pagbibigay ng tamang balita at tamang paglilingkod at isang malaking pasasalamat sa tiwalang naibigay sa amin. Pakaasahan yung gagawin naming malaking inspirasyon ito para ipagpatuloy ang maglingkod sa lahat ng Pilipino.
Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PCSO, hindi umuurong sa pagtulong.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR. Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Petron. Petron knows you deserve only the best.
Moving forward kami sa Sulong na Bayan. Ang inyong paboritong public service program ay susulong na naman maririnig kami sa bagong time slot na alas 5 hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Sa prime time slot na ito, higit na maraming listeners at viewers ang aabuti ng aming iba't ibang segments tulad ng Gospel Verse a Day, balita sa special sectors tulad ng OFW, senior citizens, Chinoy community at iba pang makabuluhang sektor. Makakasama ang veteran journalist na si Loli Acosta. Mabuhay! Sulong na Bayan!
Right, mapagpalang hapon po sa ating mga tagapakinig. Welcome po sa ating programang Sulong na Bayan. At tayo po'y naririnig at napapanood sa batang panig ng mundo. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening as the case may be, lalong-lalo na po sa Estados Unidos, sa East Coast, sa West Coast, ganyan rin po sa gitnang silangan. Napakalakas po natin sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, dyan sa Jeddah, Riyadh, Dubai, Qatar, at syempre sa mga neighboring countries, saan-saan naman po yan, sa Down Under, sa Australia, hello mate, at syempre sa Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Myanmar. Malakas na daw din po tayo sa Papua New Guinea at ganyan sa Sokor, sa South Korea, sa Hong Kong, Singapore at sa Macau. At dito naman po sa atin, sa ating 7,100 islands, lalong-lalo sa ating mga kapatirang Muslim, Luzon, Visayas, Assalamualaikum. At today, as always, ang ating Lunes, the first day of the working week. Siyempre gusto po natin iarmahan kayo. Kung meron pong tinatawag na gera sa labas, yan ay physical, and meron tayo ng gera sa loob, ang spiritual battle. Yan ay mas matindi. So we want to arm you with the truth. When we know the truth will set each one of us free. Ayaw niyo po ba yun? Libre. At saka kayo ay nakawala. May freedom na matatawag. So with us today, we're so blessed at nakarating siya. At the first instant, sumagot agad siya. So, answered prayer ako dyan dahil ang bilis ng kanyang yes and approve niya yung aking segment. So, we will welcome her. Siya po ay, she began her spiritual journey in 2009, becoming a certified Reiki healer. I'm not sure if I pronounce it right. Reiki healer. Himalayan Kriya Yoga teacher din po siya, and breathwork facilitator. Yan, we'll find out anong mga ibig sabihin ng kanyang mga positions. Trained at renowned spiritual centers, she uses her expertise to guide others toward self-kindness, emotional calibration, and mindful living. She recently finished her training in conscious connected breathwork in Goa, India. Now, she is dedicated to sharing the transformative power of the breath to nurture one's soul and uplift emotional health and well-being. Nako, matindi po, di ba? Ito po ay para sa inyo lang na kayong nanonood sa oras na ito. But before I really introduce her, we will go with our one verse para kayo naman po ay armado. Again, sinasabi ko nga, ang ating laban hindi naman puro physical lang, katulad sa Mindanao na sinasabi nila, may mga struggle, may mga MILF and all. Ito naman spiritual. So, we have to arm ourselves with the truth. So, ito pong Proverbs 3:5-6, the Lord, you have to trust Him. Trust Him with all of your heart. Not just 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, but all of your heart, ang nakalagay po sa scriptures. And lean not, huwag po kayong magtiwala sa inyong mga kakayahan. Lean not unto your own understanding. And sinabi po, hindi ko po to invento, nasa scriptures po yan, verbatim, sinabi niya, lean not unto your own understanding and acknowledge Him first, or put Him first in every area of your life. So, He will direct our path. Di ba ang sarap po? Yung director ay siya lang, walang iba. Because ang tao, as we all know, we falter. At nagkakaroon tayo ng kapaguran. Yung wear and tear na sinasabi, at a certain point, malakas tayo, mamayang konti, pagod na. So, sinong hindi napapagod? He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Di po ba? Nakalagay din yan sa scripture. So, yung Proverbs 3:5-6, note it down kasi one who is able to memorize, meron po tayong binibigay sa inyo every week. Pag na-memorize nyo po ang ating passage, the Holy Scriptures will give you one Bible na New International Version. Yun po yung sinasabi natin na 1 verse a day. Isang araw lang, I'm not asking you to memorize the whole chapter because napakadami yan. At marami rin tayong ginagawa sa araw-araw. So 1 verse lang that will keep your worries, your agam-agam, yung pag-alala nyo, mga fears, doubts, lahat yan mawawala. Kasi yung sinasabi po ng mundo ngayon, mas nananakot sila eh. So ito pong ating programa, ang layunin is to edify, to encourage, to build you up. Hindi tayo mananakot. We will just give you the truth, and the truth will set each one of us free from what? Stronghold. Ang dami kasi mga katuroan. Dati nating masyadong niyayakap yung mga ganyang katuroan. Hindi naman pala, obsolete na pala yung mga ganung-ganung turo. So, yung mga strongholds at saka nagiging slave tayo saan? Sa iba nating addiction, masarap kumain ng tsokolate, o mamaya obese ka na kasi gustong-gusto mo na yan. So, ang dami pong mga pinanghahawakan natin na gusto namin, alisin nyo na. Renew your mind, and this is how you should do it. But syempre, ang ating makakapanayam today will educate us more. Paano nga ba ang mga proseso ng spiritual healing? So let's welcome to our program, Sulong na talagang Bayan, because she's here live, no less than Kish Shroff. Welcome to our program, Sulong na Bayan.
Good afternoon. Hi, Miss Lally, and thank you for having me today. I'm so excited to share what I can.
Okay, sharing. Yan, dun pa lang sinabi na ni Kish, she wants to share. And she has voluptuous knowledge na talagang, kasi nga, trainer po siya, tsaka yoga teacher pa. Tell us muna, or educate us, Kish. Etong Kriya Yoga teacher, what's that supposed to mean?
Okay, so when we talk about yoga, it can refer to the movement. So asana yoga. So there are people who know about vinyasa, there's hatha, there's bikram. So there's different kinds of yoga.
Okay.
But yoga not only is physical, there is also different aspects. Yoga in itself is the union of the mind, body, and soul.
Okay.
So Kriya Yoga is a form of energetic yoga. What we do is we try to move
Movement.
the emotions stuck in the body. So they say na it's not the mind that remembers trauma or the emotions, but actually the body stores all of these things. So in Kriya Yoga, we tap, we move the energy so that it's not stuck inside of us anymore. Yeah.
So once you move, nandun na. It will parang lighten up the load. Ganun ba?
So there are many ways it can help us. Sometimes physically, you can relax. Or emotionally, merong release. So it's kind of purging as well. But it's very powerful because you are allowing a union of the mind, body, soul to happen.
Does it happen like every single day you work? Hindi ba yan nag-align body and soul? Napapagod?
Usually, when we do our work, it's more mental.
Okay.
What is it? We do. We have tasks. We write down our 100 things to do.
Right.
What else do? We wake up early, my routine. But oftentimes, we are not conscious or mindful. How do we put mindfulness?
Ayun.
How are we connecting the soul, the spiritual, and the emotional ways? So, for example, in the morning, do you take 5 minutes to meditate?
At least man lang.
Usually, people don't have time or can't
Wala
make
na,
time.
busy.
Yeah, but then how about checking in? What about you? You're serving so many people. You're serving so many families, responsibilities, ganyan. But the important thing is you always check in back to yourself. So, yun yung mindfulness na sinasabi natin.
The body, you have to at least move nga, sabi mo. Siyempre, magtimpla ka pa ng kape for the husband. So, that's body movement. And then mentally, you have to think of, ano nga ba yung things to do ko? I have to write a check to pay payments of whatever,
Correct.
salary and
My
all.
children, waking them up,
Salary
baon.
ba?
There's so much.
Grabe, ang
Yeah,
dami.
so there's so much thinking, but there's less feeling.
Less feeling.
So
how
what
does that go?
happens?
Less feeling?
We don't feel
Okay.
it. Kasi you have to do your things, right? So what happens when there's less feeling?
Paano?
What happens is we suppress.
That's
And
bad.
it causes depression. Because you cannot have time to think na, ay, pagod pala ako. You don't acknowledge yourself. Or, I feel sad today. Or even joyful. Like, we're not present anymore in our
your body.
bodies. Yeah. Then it becomes a
nangyayari pala
challenge.
yun.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So pagka you're not present in your body, that will somehow cause depression. Ganun ba yun?
If we don't acknowledge what we're feeling, diba? That's why sometimes we find self-care activities. What are the self-care activities?
Ano ba yan?
Magpamassage tayo.
Relax,
or,
relax.
Correct. Sometimes we use watching Netflix or taking a walk. So what activity can help us come back to our bodies so that we can let go of the tension, the stress, too much thinking.
Pressure.
And then, diba, that's also connected to mental health.
Ayan.
Yes.
A lot of people I know,
Yes.
they can't take it. Yung body can, the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak. So, ang dami mong gustong gawin. Ako nga, I write down 10 things to do. The end of the day,
Right.
2 lang na-accomplish ko. And then I get
Happens.
depressed.
It happens.
Kasi 2 lang pala, ang dami kong gagawin. Oh my God.
So what do you do when you feel that? Do you
So how?
acknowledge to yourself?
Ayun.
Or
Kulang.
do you say I did my best? It's okay. I didn't get to do everything on my list, but I did my. Do you affirm yourself, or do you tell yourself, "Oh my God, I was failure today. I didn't do it." What words are you feeding yourself?
Minsan
Then
kasi-
that affects us.
So words are really powerful, Kish, ano? Siguro you have to be cautious of what you say. Ako, like nga, ito nga yung format natin eh.
Yes.
I really pray before I say anything kasi baka madalas ako ng hindi maganda. And I want to use words that will really affirm
Right.
and then edify, encourage yung the 4 E's, empathize and all. Pero
Correct.
it slips your mind eh. Minsan nasasabi mo, ay nako, I'm a failure. Ay nako, ito.
Yeah.
Yung mga ganun.
So-
How do you
Yes.
manage that?
Catch yourself. There is a lot of awareness required. What kind of language do you use on yourself? Are you hard on yourself? A lot of us are. There's a lot of
Guilty as that.
perfectionism.
Oo.
Di ba parang you have so much expectation on yourself that it hurts you too. And then you don't
Process.
acknowledge your progress. You don't acknowledge that it's a process. Mahirap.
So, mas mahirap siguro, Kish, yung ating mga tinatawag na bagong bayani. I want to put that, para alam nila kasi there's like a lot of people watching us overseas, lalo na yung mga bagong bayani, we call them modern day heroes, and these are our OFWs, the Overseas Filipino Workers, who's out there working their butt out, away from their loved ones.
Of
Di dun palang ang laking deprivation na yun, di nila mayakap. Or, unlike tayo, magkakatabi tayo. We can talk to our dad. Hey, dad, laot mo ko mamaya. Ito, ang layo.
Right.
How do you address that? Kasi yun nga sinasabi mo, if you're alone and you think of a lot of other things, minsan mali yung thinking tapos magsasalita ka pa.
So self-kindness. Self-kindness is important. It's not just being kind to others. It's a very Filipino thing
Kultura
to
natin.
be kind to others, makisama, and all of that. But what we forget is, are you kind to yourself?
Muna.
Muna, do you ask yourself permission? I know I have a lot of responsibilities, but do I have a choice if unahin ko ba yung sarili ko or unahin ko lahat ng tao sa buhay ko?
Right.
So now there's a ability for you to look inside.
Okay.
Like look inside, like check in. You can even just take a 5-minute pause, like breathe in,
Breathe out.
and then feel
Helps
it,
pala
feel it,
talaga, no?
feel it. Parang ay pagod pala ako today. What can I do to support myself? And then even ask for help.
You can seek help.
Yeah.
Eh, paano kung wala? You know, you can't just call anyone or any of your best friends. Busy rin sila.
Right.
Pag ikaw lang talaga.
There are tools.
Okay.
So we call them emotional calibration tools.
Ayan.
Okay.
It's emotional calibration.
So
okay.
one tool I always teach is, does the thing you think about empower you or disempower you? Let's say you told yourself, oh my God, palpak na naman ako today. Do you feel that's empowering or disempowering?
Negative.
Not.
Right.
Then you realize, I'm the one feeding myself that information. Then you have to decide, how can I affirm myself? How can I empower? Then you shift the language. You say, oh, I did my best. And how can I do better?
Better. Oo, para mag-improve.
Correct. And instead of parang putting yourself down, parang there's so much pressure outside the world, you also put pressure on yourself. Diba? So, that doesn't make sense.
Parang you're trying to be mean on yourself na.
Yes, but we're not
Hindi ka
aware.
aware.
The problem is, hindi mo alam na ang sama pala ng
Naipasok
words, ng
mo.
thoughts ko. Kasi there's so much pressure that's coming in. Yeah.
Where do you attribute that? Ba't kailangan ganun ka worst ang scenario? You talk of curses minsan sa sarili mo. Kasi expression na yan ng mga tao eh. Lalo na sa Philippine culture.
Yeah.
So you're trying to be mean and hard on yourself. Pagka ganun.
Because someone was also mean and hard to us.
Like
we are-
growing up.
Pwedeng
being
growing
raised.
up. There's a lot of pressures outside. School,
lang,
parents,
grabe.
society, the expectation to
job.
be successful in your job. So, we need to follow all of the things other people tell us, but we're not really listening inside. We're not asking, ano bang gusto ko? What makes me feel good? Do I like this choice? We feel like
Parang
ano,
it's
walang
time
choice
naman.
sa buhay. But we have to know we always have a choice. Yeah.
Parang you're saying you have to give pause and give time and check
Check-in.
Check in muna.
Yes.
Oops.
Yes.
Sa dami. When do you
Okay.
do that? In the morning, the afternoon? Or
Yeah,
depende?
anytime. So I would suggest there's 3 things I teach. It's called SET.
Set.
Yes, it's the process is set. I check in with my the sensation in my body, meaning is there something painful? Masakit ba ang likod? Medyo masakit ba ang leeg? Or do I have a headache?
Right.
Check in the sensation and then try to acknowledge it and say, oh, I'm feeling this. Diba? May sensation. Acknowledge mo. And then, go to the breath, softening the body and breathing through it, right? The next one is emotions.
Emotions for S.
What are the emotions showing up for me?
Ano ba yan? Usually.
Possible overwhelmed,
Or joy,
or
minsan.
joyful, or sadness,
pala yun, no?
or excitement. But you check in so that you can support yourself. If you're in the parang joyful and energetic, it means go. Do what you want to do. But what if you're feeling overwhelmed? Is the right thing to go and keep going? Parang keep doing? Or do I take a pause? Do I take a rest? Diba? So parang you check in, check
emotions.
the emotions. And then lastly is the thoughts. What are the quality of thoughts that I have? Ito na yung words.
Okay.
Am I empowering myself? Am I disempowering myself? So those are very simple tools that you can do
very
at
powerful yan,
very
Kish.
powerful.
Kasi
Yes.
sensation, emotions, thoughts, who will put that into you kung hindi ikaw rin somehow?
Yes.
Or you start with yourself. So
And you recognize your patterns. Meron pa kasi tayong
Pwede.
traumas.
Yeah.
So
Mga
a lot
tragic.
of the way we choose to do things is based on our defense mechanisms. So
Ang daming ganyan.
yes, is it me or defense mechanism ko lang to? Am I trying to protect myself or genuinely this is really what I want to do, you know? Yeah.
How do you gauge? Paano?
If
Defense mechanism kasi ito yung mga mostly sabi nila
Yes.
insecure. Inuunahan na nila yung galit para yung mga tao won't even look at you or put you down. Uunahan mo na, ay, yung pangit mo. Parang ganun sasabihin nila. Pero yung pala, ayaw nila kasi makarinig na sabihin nung mga tao na
Yes.
pangit sila.
You're right, it's insecurity, but usually it came from a past traumatic event. If, for example, you were not affirmed as a child,
O yun.
so gusto
You
mo
didn't
i-affirm
belong.
ka. So, ang gagawin mo, mukhang mayabang ka kasi you'll say, oh, you know, I did this. Instead of allowing your work to speak for it, people will say, insecure yan kasi ganito, ganyan. But it's really coming back to, what am I trying to prove? May pinuprove ba ako? Or am I genuinely coming from a space of love?
Yun. That
Like-
is a powerful word again. LOVE.
If you're talking to somebody, am I trying to hurt them kasi nasaktan ako? Ego ko yan?
Yeah.
Or am I saying this because I genuinely want to communicate? So intention becomes very important. When you know why you're saying things, why you're doing things, yun yung check-in. Bakit ko nga ba
Bakit mo
sinasabi?
nagawa?
Bakit ko ito nararamdaman? And so on. So the intention is so important.
Or perhaps yung motive of your heart. Where does
Yes.
that go?
That's intention.
Intention yun.
Yes.
Kasi ang laking, you attribute it in the experiences in the past na traumatic or
Correct.
tragic. So, dun minsan makita mo yung anger, lalabas talaga eh.
Yeah.
And they say, pag, like the other day, ang guest po natin was Colonel, the highest valor, they say, in the Philippine military, is Colonel Ariel Kerubin. And by his own admission, he was saying, I was always angry.
Yeah.
The aura is there. You can see me.
Correct.
Natatakot tuloy lahat, pati anak niya. E nga, nakasmile na siya kasi he chose to
better.
let go of the anger.
So,
Yun, nakakasmile na siya.
Yeah. So what is anger? Usually, multiple moments of disappointment.
Multiple, my gosh,
Moment.
di ang dami nun.
From childhood. Bakit,
Oo, bata
bakit
pa
super
lang.
galit? There are people who are super angry because they were not acknowledged in their
Young.
hurt, when they were hurt, in their sadness. So, this is also where conscious parenting comes in.
Yan.
Do
Kayo po
we-
mga parents
Oo.
na nakikinig. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko, Miss Kish, kasi a lot of our OFWs, yan, they get a lot of money, they earn a lot, but paano naman si anak, si Bunso,
Quality
hindi nila
ng relationship.
So may anger eh. Mararamdaman mo yung ibang mga bata. Wala naman si mami nung nagdugo ako eh. Nasa
Correct.
Dubai eh.
May
So
hurt.
the anger is there.
The
hurt.
anger came from the hurt.
Yun.
So if you were hurt multiple times, you feel betrayed, and then you
Right.
decide, I'll stand up for myself. Then
Ako
you
na
become
lang.
angry.
Oo.
Yeah.
Nandun na yung pwede ka na maging mayabang.
Kasi
gusto
ako na, I
Di naman
took care of myself. Or,
Right. Di naman ako natulungan nila eh. Wala naman sila when I needed them.
I need to do it on my own. Nobody will help me.
That's sad.
It's sad.
And we have 10 million of them outside of this country.
So
And
it's about communication, because of course there are relationships we can't have all the parents here. Syempre, may responsibilities, may trabaho. But it's a matter of explaining, acknowledging each other, and listening. I think
Listening,
a
important.
key thing is also listening to, let's say, your children, anong nararamdaman nila.
Pakinggan mo.
Or bakit kaya nila nasabi yon? Even if they're angry, if you really look deep, I think they felt
Saan
hurt
galing yun?
because I wasn't present. Like, you can even understand them. Ganyan.
So, importante po pala makinig sa ating mga anak din, ano? Kasi, di ba?
Yes.
A lot of times, natututo na nga ako ngayon, baliktad. Imbes na sila yung matuto sa akin, a lot of times, ay, ginawa niya yun. Tama nga, ganyan. Dahil ako ang natututo. And it will pay to listen. Kasi, again, ang gusto ng mga bata, undivided attention eh.
Yes.
Paano kung out of the country nga?
Yes.
So, yun ang ating mga challenge, ano. But maganda naman, we have already high technology. Ang dali na mag-FaceTime, mag-Facebook, o kung anong means of communication. But again, the end of the day, yung sinasabi pa rin ng ating mga OFWs, kulang, wala kami dyan to iba
touch.
pala yun to
Iba
touch.
ang power of skin to skin. Iba yung power of, but with that being said, you can always make your presence felt. Yun naman yung importante. So, yun yung way of, you have to figure out your way of communication. Diba?
Anong body language, anong communication strategy.
Or even if you're far from each other, how can you make the person you love feel that you are there for them?
And
Words, actions.
Okay.
Kunyari, when you show up, when you say that I'm gonna have a call with you, di ba ganun ang
That
bata?
time, Oo. Abangan talaga yan.
Ng bata. So, show up for them so that they know, I can trust this person.
Doon nawawala minsan din, Kish, ang trust. If you don't,
Right.
your promises mo ay napako, yung pangako
Yes,
napako.
yes.
So, napaka-importante rin. The parents has a lot of talaga siguro sila yung dapat natin i-educate more.
Yes.
At
And then,
this time.
don't underestimate yung bata. Because if you explain to them context, kasi a lot of us think na, let's not tell a child kasi di pa niya naintindihan.
Hindi pa naintindihan.
Bata
Tama
pa
ba yun?
yan.
Misconception yun. Dapat
I feel
sabihin
like,
na.
honesty, as you said, honesty is the best policy. When you tell the truth, and they will feel the energy. Hindi lang yung truth na para tanggapin nila yung truth. They will know they will know also, they can feel if it's totoo or hindi.
They can discern.
Yes,
May power
because
sila to say.
energy is very strong. Even if your parent is far from you,
Kalayo, distance.
alam mo yung intuition, if somebody's lying to you,
Instinct. Oo,
or
more or less,
you have a gut feeling.
feeling. So, importante rin yun.
Connected ka sa child mo. Nararamdaman nila yun if you're being truthful or you're just saying something kasi para
pacify you.
to pacify, ganyan.
So, madaming ganun kasi. Just so you'll stop and stop making kulit. Okay, when we come back, we want to find out from Kish. Ito again, we'll zero in sa thoughts. Kasi sabi nga, what you feed your mind is what becomes you eh. Parang ganun din sa pagkain. What you feed yourself is what becomes you. You'll end up this. But importante yung thoughts. So we'll again go back to the thoughts dun sa kanyang SET. But we have to pause for a quick break. The Philippine Standard Time is 5:27 in the afternoon.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882. Oras, hatid sa inyo ng Pagcor.
That time check was brought to you by MX3.
MX3 capsule helps avoid pain discomfort. Iwas-iwas sa sakit.
Ang bahaging ito ay inihatid sa inyo ng PCSO. Hindi umuurong sa pagtulong.
Panatilihing masaya ang paglilibang. Magtakta na oras at limitahan ang gastos sa paglalaro. Huwag magsugal kung nalulungkot. Huwag hayaang makasira ng buhay at pamilya. Para sa impormasyon ukol sa responsible gaming, tumawag lamang sa hotline number 02-8404-0171 o bisitahin ang www.casinofilipino.ph. Isang mensahe mula sa Pagcor. Gambling is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Adik ka na ba sa sugal? Lagi ka bang nakakaramdam na matinding udyok na magsugal? Laging gigil na makabawi sa pagkatalo? Naglalaan ka ba ng mas malaking oras at salapi para sa sugal sa halip na para sa pamilya? Nababaon ka na ba sa utang at nagbebenta ng mga ari-arian dahil sa pagsusugal? Kung kailangan mo ng tulong o maging ang isang mahal mo sa buhay, may mga programa ang Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation o PAGCOR tulad ng Player Exclusion Program at iba pa. Para sa dagdag na detalye at impormasyon tungkol sa problem gambling, mag-log on sa www.pagcor.ph/regulatory/responsible.ph. Isang paalala mula sa PAGCOR. Game safely, game responsibly.
Sunbig light so bright with my friends. Show off my light in the club or in the sun. Sunbig light, let's have fun. Da 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 da. Show your light, your sunbig light anytime, anywhere. Light dito, light doon. Sunbig light, show your light ka. Anong light, less worries kasi low calorie. Light dito, light doon. Sunbig light.
I keep coming back to the light life.
Into the light life, Sunbig light.
Drink responsibly.
Hindi umuurong sa pagtulong, kawang-gawa sa lahat sinusulong. PCSO, PCSO. Hindi umuurong sa pagtulong ang PCSO.
Papalakas ng papalakas, palinaw ng palinaw, mga balita at impormasyong naiintindihan dahil malinaw mong nalaman. Tutok lang sa DWIZ mula umaga hanggang gabi. Updated on air and online. DWIZ, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Petron. Petron knows you deserve only the best.
Latest, pinakabago at tama. DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Narito ang tamang balita sa oras na ito. 2 dayuhan inaresto ng NBI sa kasong human trafficking. Detalye ng balita mula kay Patrol 5 Aya Yupanco.
Inaresto ng mga ahente ng National Bureau of Investigation NBI ang 2 dayuhan dahil sa paglabag sa anti-trafficking habang 4 na individual ang kanilang na-rescue. Kinilala ni NBI Director Jaime Santiago ang mga naaresto na sina Wang Kun at Yu Liao Xian. na naharap sa kasong paglabag sa Section 4 ng Republic Act No. 92, yung Anti-Trafficking in Person Act of 2002. Habang wala naman sa lugar si Ma Xianglai, ang sinasabing Chinese employer ng isagawang operasyon. Ang pagkakaaresto sa dalawang dayuhan ay bunsod ng reklamo ng isang Jin Yang kung saan ang kaibigan niya na si Xiao Ping Lim alias Xiao Xiao, isang Malaysian national, ay nirecruit ng isang Chinese employer na kinilalang si Ma Xianglai at umano'y pinipigil. Ayon sa complainant, nag-operate ang nasabing kumpanya sa isang online scamming enterprise sa loob ng isang bahay sa Greenwoods Village sa Taytay, Rizal. May iba pang mga call center employees na pawang mga dayuhan ang nasa loob ng residential building at hindi pinapayagang makalabas. Hindi rin ibinigay ng employer ang kanilang mga pasaporte kaya't nagplano itong tumakas sa lugar. Nagsagawa naman ng surveillance operation ang Criminal Investigation Division o CRID at nang magpositibo ay nagplano ang plinano yung rescue operation. Bandang alas 11:55 ng gabi noong October 16, taong kasalukuyan ng ma-rescue ng mga operatiba ng CRID NBI ang mga biktima sa Midwood Street, Greenwood sa Executive Village, Taytay, Rizal, kung saan 4 na individual ang na-rescue habang 2 China ang inaresto. At sa Patrol No. 5, ay yung para sa implementado ng lakas, DWIZ. Tama.
At yan ang mga tamang balita sa mga oras na ito. Follow and subscribe sa lahat ng DWIZ News Digital Channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X at DWIZ News App at DWIZ News website. Ako po si Guy Rafael, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Oras-oras nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Ang balitang ito ay inihatid sa inyo ng Petron. Petron knows you deserve only the best.
DWIZ.
Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PCSO, hindi umuurong sa pagtulong.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882.
Ngayon, nagbabalik po muli ang ating programang Sulong na Bayan at kapiling pa rin po natin ang ating panauhin no less than Kish Shroff at meron tayong hanging question kanina. Gusto natin i-zero in ulit, ano po? Kasi para ma-remind kayo muli. Ano po ba yung sinasabi ni Miss Kish na decision? Parang ang hirap kasi yan gawin. Meron kang madaming gustong balakin, pero yung pagdating sa implementasyon, yung IRR na tinatawag, implementing rule, hindi mo naman, wala kang effort na mag-decide. Paano ba yan, Miss Kish?
When we talk about decisions, it's important na kilala mo yung sarili mo. If you have clear values, then you can take the next step forward. So, if you want to change something in your life, let's say, I want to be successful, I want to start a business, or I want to, mag-diet, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever.
You have to have a clear decision, and the decision comes from knowing who you are. So how do you know? How do you begin to know yourself? Doon yung pagtingin natin, ano yung mga patterns? What are the limiting beliefs that I have?
Okay.
Are there things that are stopping me from really growing? Meron ba akong paniniwala na nakuha ko from, society, from school, pero it's not allowing me to grow anymore?
Hindi nag-i-improve.
Yes, so
Still.
meron achieve. But now you have to change these beliefs. Yun ang importante.
Change belief. Paano yun? Transformation agad?
You have to be aware of, number one, be aware, what are those beliefs?
Ayan.
So let's say, you wanna be successful, you wanna make money, right? But
Earn.
But you have a belief na, I have to work hard And I have to have a 9 to 5 job before I can earn money. So, automatically, you're not even going to consider other things or maybe being an entrepreneur or investing in yourself kasi mahirap ang pera.
Yeah.
So, you have to decide na I need to progress and it means I need to invest in myself. Diba? Money makes money. So, I have to change my belief about money. That money is hard to find.
Kasi meron sinasabi sila, Kish, bata pa ako, narinig ko na, ay nako, superstitious belief yan. Nandun yung belief, pero superstitious. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Educate us. What is superstitious and what is not superstitious?
I feel like, own interpretation ko pa, superstition is a belief that
matatagal na ba yan?
That was required at that time. May context. Okay. Diba? Yung parang, wag ka magwali sa gabi or
wag ka mong maligo
and all of that. Meron siyang pinanggalingan, but you have to evaluate, is it still true today? Am I going to use the same philosophy, same belief, or is it already limiting me?
Right. At saka obsolete na yung mga ganyang practices or ideas.
Yeah.
And then, tama yan. Sabi mo, is it limiting you? Pag hindi ka na maka-agwanta, maka-improve, why will you still do that? Diba?
Yes. Why will you stick with something that is not helping you to progress, not helping you achieve what you want? So you have to make a decision now. What is the new belief that I want to have?
And then ito, again, ang ganda nitong sinasabi mo, new belief. Ano-ano yan? How do you access that?
How do you access the new belief?
Paano ka pwedeng,
you have to gain knowledge.
Ayan.
Because the thing is, whatever you're ignorant about, let's say I want to make money, I have 1,000 pesos. I want to make more money than 1,000.
Okay.
If I don't have the knowledge on how to make my 1,000, 2,000, I will just keep doing what I'm doing.
So, hindi.
Nothing will change.
But
what if I researched, I found out anong knowledge ang kailangan ko para gawin ko, yung 1,000 ko ipasok ko sa bank, it will earn me 6%, or let's say average is 4 to 6%.
Okay.
Does it mean I'm able to achieve my goal? So you can have more knowledge to help you change the belief. Diba? The more knowledge you have, then hindi na totoo yung lumang belief mo. Yeah.
Ano na siya? Siguro, might be through some other strategy, pero hindi na siya workable. It doesn't work now.
Not applicable, not relevant. Right.
Yeah. Naubos na ng panahon. Okay, we go to mindful living. Kasi again, ang dami yan nangyayari sa ating kapaligiran. Alam mo na, peer pressure, lalo sa mga anak natin. So, kasi single pa. So, mga anak ko, pag sinabing nagbe-vape siya, bakit mo naman gagayahin?
Okay.
So, the mindful living, will that really give you good health if you do that? Or will it deteriorate? Paano siya?
How do we live a more mindful life?
Right.
Choosing things that that water you, like, let's put a metaphor
Context.
here.
Okay.
When you plant a seed under the soil,
to nurture it.
You have to nurture it. What does nurturing mean? Put water, put it under the sun. You even love it. Say nice things about it.
You talk to them.
You talk to the plant. Di ba may ganong theory pa na, magaling, may green thumb siya kasi
right. My tita does that does that all the time. Talk mo, galingan nyo. Sprout yung isang seed or something.
But somebody is mindfully taking care and loving that thing that you want to grow.
Okay.
So, if we look at that to ourselves, are the things you're doing watering you, providing you sunlight, and giving you the joy that you want? Kasi that's already a good gauge. If it's not, then maybe it's not being mindful. Maybe it's an escape.
What's the downside?
Well, it will take you longer to get to where you want to go kasi you're not supporting yourself. If your goal is to become a successful writer or a successful entrepreneur,
businessman,
does studying about business and accounting help you? Yes.
Right.
Are you watering yourself with mentors? Are you talking to the right people who will guide you? Right? So, it's a very clear difference between, are you helping yourself? Are you watering yourself with all this information? Or is it deteriorating you? So I can't say kasi some people will find things that actually help them, but it might not work for others. So it's really a personal choice of what supports you.
And then the well-being comes to mind. Mindful living, and then of course, you'll be well. You'll be good to people siguro. Is that the repercussion?
Of being mindful. I think the most important there is you're kind to yourself. When you're kind to yourself, you have capacity to be kind to others. You have more understanding. Because if short ka sa sarili mo, if you're burnt out, do you think you're going to be kind to others?
Right.
It's hard. Kasi hindi ka nga mabait sa sarili mo eh. How can you be even kinder to others, you know?
Pero nangyayari pala yan. You're not kind to others.
We're not aware.
We're not aware
that maybe kunyari, you're very tired, nasigawan mo yung katrabaho mo or anak mo or helper mo, right? Then you think about it. Was I coming from love when I did that? Did I love myself when I shouted at somebody? No. But I did not, look inside. Maybe I needed support. Maybe I needed someone to comfort me, to acknowledge how I'm feeling. So it's the act of looking inside. What do I need now to support me? So then you choose those things that provide you that care.
So care is really parang very, very vital. Caring and loving. Siguro will again boil down to how you are parang caring for each other, and lalo na sa sarili mo nga.
First to yourself.
Ayan, tandaan niyo po kasi talagang a lot of us, ang daming complaints only to find out, hindi mo pala naman kilala sarili mo to begin with.
Correct. That is the critical part. Yung pala, you don't know yourself. Kaya ka pala super angry. So, the process of healing begins with the awareness of what help do I need or what is triggering me now. And how can I shift to what I really want.
So, yung process, is that like it will take a while?
Healing does not have a timeline.
Walang timeline.
And the more conscious you are, the kinder you are, you will reap what you sow.
So, reaping pa rin ang method. If you sow what is good, then you reap it good. Sabi nga ng kanta.
Yeah. Diba? You will attract more of that. If you're grateful more, diba, then more blessings will come. Because the blessings are always present. It's up to us if we're taking or receiving all these blessings.
Say, abundantly blessed tayo. Just so you would know, abundantly blessed. The moment you wake up, dyan pa lang is a blessing na matatao because you're able to breathe. Ba't ka pa magko-complain? Ako, I tell my children all the time, tatanong ka naman ng sapatos, hindi naman butas pa yan. Tignan mo yung isang kasama natin, walang paa. Until he found out, yun walang paa, and yet nakaka-smile. Hindi siya nagko-complain. Siya, sapatos lang yung wala siya. Pwede pang pagtsagaan yung nandyan. So, a lot of complaining. Yun ang susunod ko sa ating pagbabalik. Kasi we have to let people know, viewers natin, ano ang pwedeng gawin so that we will go into success na sinasabi. Some part of that might be complaining. So, tell us how we will stop that or maybe ibahin to better ourselves. But we have to pause for another break. The Philippine Standard Time is 5:45 in the afternoon.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882. Oras hatid sa inyo ng Pagcor. Oras hatid sa inyo ng
Bingo Plus. Download Bingo Plus app now at Google Play or Apple App Store for a chance to win more than 75 million pesos jackpot prize. Visit Bingo Plus official website at bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya plus sa panalo. Gaming for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Panatilihing masaya ang paglilibang. Magtakda na oras at limitahan ang gastos sa paglalaro. Huwag magsugal kung nalulungkot. Huwag hayaang makasira ng buhay at pamilya. Para sa impormasyon ukol sa responsible gaming, tumawag lamang sa hotline number 02-8404-0171 o bisitahin ang www.casinofilipino.ph. Isang mensahe mula sa PAGCOR. Gambling is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Adik ka na ba sa sugal? Lagi ka bang nakakaramdam na matinding udyok na magsugal? Laging gigil na makabawi sa pagkatalo? Naglalaan ka ba ng mas malaking oras at salapi para sa sugal sa halip na para sa pamilya? Nababaon ka na ba sa utang at nagbebenta ng mga ari-arian dahil sa pagsusugal? Kung kailangan mo ng tulong o maging ang isang mahal mo sa buhay, may mga programa ang Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation o PAGCOR tulad ng Player Exclusion Program at iba pa. Para sa dagdag na detalye at impormasyon tungkol sa problem gambling, mag-log on sa www.pagcor.ph/regulatory/responsible.ph. Isang paalala mula sa PAGCOR. Game safely, game responsibly.
Sa pagtulong, kawang-gawa sa lahat sinusulong. PCSO, PCSO, hindi umuurong sa pagtulong ang PCSO. PCSO.
Minsan sabaw na feeling, call someone sweet and refreshing. Life refreshingly sweet with San Miguel flavored beer. Oh, let's bang araw at ang feeling ay sad. We don't like that. With your friends you can refresh, so enjoy lahat. We all like that.
Berry's here. Make life refreshingly sweet with San Miguel flavored beer. Enjoy the flavors of apple, lemon, and lychee with just the right beer buzz.
Life refreshingly sweet with San Miguel flavored beer.
Drink responsibly.
DWIZ. Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882.
Nagbabalik po muli in our last 12 minutes. Nako, yung mga mahilig mag-complain, alam po natin, napakarami natin. Kasama na po ako dyan, guilty as charged. Kasi we want more. Yun yung sinasabi nga ng ating scriptures, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not lack, I shall not want. Kasi nandiyan na lahat ng blessings eh. Tatanungin natin ang ating panauhin si Ms. Kish Shroff. Paano ba yung complain na yan? How do we stop that? Go.
So, the thing about complaining is you attract what you're thinking about, what you're always declaring out to the universe. So if I'm always saying that life is hard, ang hirap kumita ng pera, ang hirap kausapin ng boss ko, you're always in that frequency where yun din yung ma-attract mo sa buhay mo. So, then you have to decide, do I want to keep attracting this or do I want to shift? Do you want to have a different life? Doon papasok ulit yung decision. Diba? So, being a complainer is basically telling the universe na I'm not grateful for what I have. Then, you're not gonna get what you want. Because you're not really acknowledging the things that are existing. So that's why they say, like, if you can write gratitude every day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what were the things that worked out? Right. I woke up, I had food today, I talked to a friend, or I have my loved ones with me. Right. And then really just absorb what that means to you.
Ganda, no? Kasi ako, nung bata yung mga anak ko, I always ask them to say at least 10. Dati dami, 15. Hanggang mamaya 10. Mamaya tinamad na sila, 5 na lang. Mamaya isa na lang. 10 things to be thankful for. Ang dami. Masipag pa sila nung bata sila eh. Oh, I have food, I have candy, puro pagkain. Oh, I have dress, I have shelter. Mamaya konti, nag-reduce na lang sa 1. The fact that they're still alive, breathing, yun na is about a lot to be thankful for. Ako, I do that all the time in my quiet time in the morning, which is 5 to 6, minsan 4 to 5. I say, ay, salamat. Meron pa akong nakaka-breathe pa ako. That's a lot. Diyan palang panalo na.
Yes.
Right.
And
So,
the power of breath. To me, the power of breath is also very healing. Like let's
how?
say you were in traffic, tapos stress ka na. It happens, right? Or unexpected problems happen. What you can do is come back to the body and then breathe. For example, you feel your chest or your neck naninigas na, you just put your hand on your chest and then you breathe. And then bring awareness back to the body. Allow that emotion, kasi it happens, emotions come and go.
Right.
So you will feel angry, you will feel overwhelmed. But if you breathe through these emotions, you can allow it to flow through you, hindi ma-stuck sa loob. So we have to now be aware that we don't keep putting in the pressure without releasing it. So breathing is a beautiful way of coming back and calibrating, inside emotions and feelings.
Breathing, inhale, exhale. Yun pa yung lagi ko naririnig.
Yes, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale.
Simply put, don't complicate, sabi nga nila ang dami mga problema, kino-complicate. You must simplify everything. Inhale, exhale. Ganun lang kasimple, pinapadlaki nyo pa. But again, yun nga yung nature ng tao, no? Mahilig mag-crave o hindi nasa-satisfy, there is no contentment. So, if you address that kish, somehow, malaking awareness na yung mawawala na sa yung dating ginagawa na ugly.
Yeah. If you're grateful, you are basically telling the universe, I want more of this. I want the right people in my business. I want the right circumstances for me to grow in my career. So, whatever you're declaring, the energy, the intention, yun din yung babalik sa'yo. So, parang, instead of complaining,
be thankful na.
Yes. Activate more abundance. Instead of kulang, di okay.
So again, malinaw din yan sa scriptures. In everything we give thanks. Sabi ng isa kong listener, nako, OA ka naman, Miss Loli, in everything we give thanks. I lost my father. And then, bankrupt yung business ko. And then you tell me, in everything we give thanks. Hindi ako nagsabi yun. The scriptures clearly stipulate that in everything, meaning, okay, nawala nga si Papa or na bankrupt, but you're still breathing. Nandiyan ka pa to make things happen and to be thankful na meron ka pang magagawa. So in everything, it's raining, may storm and all, undoy kami and all, nawala lahat bahay ko. Again, buhay ka naman.
Tsaka they also say, they say, Miss Loli, that a thought is neutral until we decide if it's positive or negative. So if it's raining, is it neutral that it's raining or is it a bad thing? It's not bad, it's not good. But you can choose. If you will say, shucks, it's raining, hassle.
Hassle talaga.
But what if it's just a fact? And then you say, oh, thank you for rain that's helping
soil, mga plants natin.
Grow, helping the fruits and food grow, diba? You have to just see it differently. It's a matter of perspective. Yeah.
So, will you say that before we close our gap, etong high technology, what does it contribute? More on the harmful side, the toxic side, or the good side?
It depends on how the person uses it.
Okay.
If you...
Kasi addictive daw yung iba Kawawa naman.
Yes, because information is quick, diba? But if you use it, for example, in my case, I use it for listening to meditations, listening to podcast, listening to music that uplift me.
Yeah, calming music.
Yes. So, it can provide the support, diba? And then, on the other hand, excessive usage of technology, let's say, watching shows and all of that, it also takes away from us. Diba yung scrolling, how much time do we
naubos na oras
go on our phone before we sleep? 2 hours, 3 hours?
Oh my gosh.
You know, or maybe I could have written gratitude
instead of
5 minutes.
Right.
Maybe I could have written on my journal affirmations for myself. So just more tools to support. So
again, in parang anything that is
mindfully doing something, or
anything in extreme is hazardous. to oneself.
Yes.
Laging pag over OA ka na sa ganito, kakapanood mo, you keep watching this and that, you get addicted, and then over na nga. So, dapat ba in moderation? What do you think?
Yes. You listen to your body.
Okay.
Diba, once, if you feel tired, your head will hurt or your eyes are droopy, don't stay longer than that moment where your body says, I need rest. So it's also being intuitive with our body.
Ayun, intuitive.
We lose our connection because we are always thinking, we're always in the what's next, what am I gonna do, what's the next video, what am I consuming, which celebrity am I looking at, or what's the next chismis, you know?
Chika and all.
Yes.
Nako, that's a mouthful, Kish. I've learned so much, us not even talking yet to each other, pero it's like just yesterday we know each other. So ang sarap, but this is not the last, might be just the first of the so many things that we will be collaborating. We'll pray for it. If it happens, then that means ito yung gagawin namin ni Kish, But give us a 60-seconder before we go. Ano ang message of hope mo to all our viewers, listeners all over the world, lalong-lalo na these OFWs, we call them modern day heroes.
Yes.
OFWs. Go.
Be kind to yourself. Get to know yourself. Allow yourself to discover what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, and how can you tweak what you find out about yourself. Like, how can you care in the daily work that you do? How can you care for yourself? Yun lang. Parang, it's important na if you can care for other people you love, care for yourself also. How can you be compassionate with yourself?
Talagang check yourself first. Pero may humahabol. Pakibalik ulit. A question from King Roland. Talk about love. Ano ba yan? Ayan. Can you read it? That's the question.
Okay.
For you.
First things first, love must come from our parents, because the very first 10 years or more that I've learned in life comes from parents. Correct. Question, what if the parents didn't show the right values to their children?
Thank you, King Roland.
Thank you for that insight and that question. It's true because if hindi ka nabigyan ng love, what happens to us? We are scared of rejection. We are scared to be abandoned. We overprotect the self. You can become aware that our parents didn't know better. Kumbaga, sila din, yun din yung na-experience nila. Now, you can make a decision, will I choose the same thing or will I be different to my own children? Will I nurture myself now? Yun yung sinasabi natin na self-kindness. Paano mo ibibigay sa sarili mo yung love na kinailangan mo from your parents? Can you understand that? Parang there's a saying, be the adult that you needed in your life.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
That's big.
Be the adult
that you needed. So you can even also, paano ba, care for that inner child that needed compassion, that needed a hug, needed love. You can imagine yourself giving it to you. If that makes sense.
Galing. That's a nice one. Ang galing because again, sinasabi ni Miss Kish, the love is inherent naman yan eh. Alam natin that we really love. Yan ang perfect love casts out fear. If you have a perfect love, then the doubts, the fears somehow will go away. So, pero hindi yan ganyan kadali. We have to keep practicing it and then nurturing it, sabi ni Miss Kish. But thank you so much for your time.
For having me, Miss Lali.
And ang daming knowledge. There's so much abundance na kanyang i-share. So, next time, we will surprise you again. But thank you.
Thank you so much.
Siya po si Kish Shroff, ang ating Reiki healer, Kriya, yoga teacher, and breathwork facilitator. Where can they find you?
I'm on Instagram or Facebook, Illumine Journey. That's ILLUMINE JORNEY. Instagram or Facebook, and I'm happy to share more. Please leave any questions or insights from today's discussion. Thank you so much.
Ayan, pangalan palang Illumine. That will illuminate you and give you all the light that we need in this dark a little bit dark forward. I don't want to say really dark, but there's light at the end of the tunnel na matatawag. Okay, merong announcement to all members of the Lyceum of the Philippines, Class 79. Ayan, may 45th anniversary po kayo. November 30, matagal pa na. So, dyan yan sa Canada Street, Better Living Subdivision, Parañaque City. Call Miss Mina, yung kanyang class president, 0945-472-0340. Again, thank you sa ating naging kaagapay. Siyempre, susunod na po, Butika ni Tita with Miss Marupa Hadisarne. Thank you, Daniela, kanina si Jacqueline at si Giljon yata, nakita ko pa. And siyempre, ang ating chairman, D. Edgar Cabangon, ating presidenteng Benji Ramos. At ngayon na rin po si Attorney Macnil Rante and Dennis Anchor. This has been Loli Rivera Acosta. As always say, keep God first in every area of our life, so He will direct our path. Thank you, Arjun. I'll see you soon. Your daughter is really, tops. Thank you. Bye.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ.